Everyone, it's Kirei here for Bramble Fox, and I have another new layout for you. And I'm using the fabulous new July Fox box along with Paper Snips number 60, and they come with the Fox Box Plus subscription. So you'll see I've pulled out a number of the perspectives from the Fox box, and I have this fabulously rainbow striped pattern paper. It's from the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Happy Days collection, and it sort of worked perfectly for me because it sort of shouts happiness and yeah, fun times. And I have a photo with me and my family back in Australia when I was visiting a little earlier this year, and we are down at the beach. So I just wanted to get that scrapped, and the perspectives in the Fox box were just perfect. I've got happy travels, click snap, excited to be here, and they just were ideal to describe my photo. Now there's also the summertime in the yellow in the Fox box, but it felt like it was a little bit too bright. It popped out a little much. And also it wasn't actually summer in Australia, amazingly enough, as much as we're on the beach and in short sleeves. It's not. It's actually autumn going into their winter. So so it wasn't summertime. So I pulled out the holiday and it's one from my stash. So it just sort of worked in better from a colour perspective. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to create little tone on tone embellishment clusters down the striped pattern paper. So this layer actually for me came together super quick. So I've really just sort of worked through, pulled out elements that I've wanted to use from the Cocoa Vanilla Studio collection. I've added in my perspectives, and now here I'm just looking at the paper snips, and I'm just fussy cutting out a few of those. I'm adding in the little tab there that says happy life. I've also punched out the sun there, and I'm just adding over it the little DIY epoxy flare. And then I've got that little speech bubble that says away we go. And then I also add in, there's another one that says let the sunshine in. And I think that might have been everything I used from the paper snips. I'm sure it might be. Anyway, so what I'm doing now is I'm actually sticking down the perspectives first so that I can then build my clusters around them and know exactly where they're going to go. So I'm adding them with my glossy accents because it does give a really nice strong hold. And then I can, build up the clusters around. For some of them, I'm going straight in because I know that one is going to sit just slightly under the perspective. So before it sticks down too hard, I just wanted to add in the flower ephemera underneath it. And then we've got the click snap, which I love this color as well. It's really fab. And it has that sort of matte effect. In fact, all of them had that matte effect, which I really love. And the colours toned in perfectly with that striped pattern paper. And then this final one here with the happy travels. And I do love the fonts in those newer perspectives, actually. They're really nice. Appeal to me, definitely. Okay, so now I can get the I've got perspective stuck down. I can get the ephemera stuck down. So I'm just working my way through. I'm just using a white adhesive there that I'm just applying to the sort of center of the pieces of ephemera. So that way I can still get that sort of dimension. I can curve it up. I do add a foam pad here, but actually later on I take it off because it felt like it was too thick. And so I didn't bother with it in the end. So I think as if by magic, it's all stuck down now. Well, most of it is anyway, but certainly all these sort of ephemera pieces. I've added in the cluster around my photo, which I'd mounted on a piece of the coordinating pattern paper. And then I'm just sticking down these final pieces here. So I've got that really fabulous wood veneer camera. And then I've got these cute seagulls. Love a seagull. I'm adding those into two of my clusters and then popping in the epoxy flare there just under that bottom right. And then, I'm bringing in some of the little puffy hearts that coordinate with the Cocoa Vanilla Studio collection. So again, just sort of following that tone on tone pattern, adding some hearts around the other puffy hearts that I've already added. And then I think there's not too much left for me to do. This is probably the quickest layout I've put together for I don't know how long. But yeah, the last thing I'm going to do is really add the journaling because my title is Aussie Holiday. And you can see I've just added Aussie in above the yellow perspective there. Again, keeping to tone on tone. And then, yeah, and then it's just the journaling down here on the right. So I am pretty much done. You will see all the details in the close-up images coming in just a moment. I love putting together this layout, and I like that I got quite a lot of the phrase perspectives onto a layout because I don't always do that, but it worked perfectly with the tone on tone effect. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my process video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.